Hi students, this is main lesson 3. In the last lesson we have completed relations. So it is a subset of cross product. And then I made a mention about the function in the last class. Function is also a relation, but it has certain restrictions. Let me explain what it is. Consider a set A, say 1, 2, 3. Suppose you take another set B, say x, y, z, say one more element t. Now we can form a relation cross product A cross B, and from that we can form a relation subset of cross product. Now that relation becomes a function if it has these following properties. Let me use the ray diagram so that it is easy. Suppose you take A and B, and the function, let me call it as f. So here 1, 2 and 3, these are the elements. Here x, y, z and t. Now if 1 is related to x, for example, 2 is related to y, 3 is related to z, this is called a function. This is a relation. First of all, this is a relation because if you take r equal to say 1x, then 2y and 3z, definitely it is a relation because it is subset of cross product A cross B. This is called function. Condition is every element here should be related to some element here. So that is the condition of a relation becoming a function. So two important conditions are, condition number 1 is every element of A should be related to some element. That is one thing. Second one is every element should go to or should be related to one and only only one element. So these are the two conditions. If that is the case, if these two conditions are satisfied, this relation, of course we call it as f, actually instead of r we can say f. This is a function. For example, suppose I take 1, 2, 3, same set I am taking, a, b only, say x, y, z, t, say this is say f. 1 is going to x, suppose 2 is going to y. This is not a function because this 3 is left out. The first condition, every element of A is violated. So this is a relation. See here, if you take r equal to 1x and 2y, definitely it is a relation. But it is not a function because one element here is left out. So this is one thing. Similarly here you see, suppose I take another relation, say like this, say A, then B, say 1, 2, 3, and here x, y, z and t. So now I relate like this. Say I take 1 is related to x, 2 is related to y, 3 is related to z, 3 is also related to t. Then this is not a function. Suppose you denote it by f, for example. This is not a function because it violates the second condition. Every element should be related to one and only one element, whereas 3 here is related to z and t, so this is not a function. So you have to understand like this. A relation becomes function if it satisfies two conditions. Condition number 1 is every element here should be related to some element. That's the first condition. Second condition is every element here should be related to one and only one element. For example, 3 cannot go to two different elements. This is not a function. Now let me clarify, because sometimes with this much example also, some students, they have a confusion. Let me give another possibility. Say, same set only, A and B, and this F, 1, 2, 3, X, Y, Z, T. Suppose I take 1 is going to X, 2 is also going to X, 3 is going to say Y. Is it a function? Sometimes students say no, because there is a confusion in understanding these two conditions. This is a function. This is a function because what is the first condition you have to check? Every element here should be related. So the first condition is satisfied. Second condition says every element should be related to one and only one element. For example, 1 is going to X only. 2 is also going to X, that is different. But 2 is going to X only one element it is going. 3 is going to Y only, therefore it is a function. So there is no restriction. Here any number of elements can go to the same element. That is not a restriction. But one element here should not go to 2. So that is the only condition. For example, even if you take this 3 here only, still it is a function, because first condition is every element here is related. Second condition is every element is going to only one element. So this is a function. So here is what you have to understand is no element here should be left out. There is a first condition. Second element is 1 should not go to 2. So there should not be 2 arrow mark from one element. Here from different elements can go to the same. And the other one is here many elements may be left out. In the codomain, many elements may be left out. That is not a violation. Here also. But here no element should be left out. So these are the only two conditions you have to understand. So if that is the case, that particular relation is called a function. So this is the meaning of function. Now let me define what the function is and how we have to represent it and what are the terms associated with function. So definition is this. Definition. A relation R from a set A to a set B is said to be function if, so two conditions should be satisfied. Every element of A should be related to one and only one element, only one element of B. So this is the condition. So underline this one, every element of A, that is the first condition. Second one is related to one and only one element. If you remember these two conditions, it is very simple to understand the concept of function. Now, whenever a relation, say it is function, what a relation becomes a function, we denote this like this. F we write, then we write 2, this is assignment value, then we write A, then one arrow mark, then B. So this you must read like this. F is a function from A to B. That's the meaning. This is the notation we use to represent function. And F is normally small letter, even capital letter also sometimes it is used. That is not a restriction, but it is F is a function from A to B. This is the meaning. Say for example, let us take A equal to say 1, 2, 3, 4 and B equal to say 0, 1. Suppose I write like this. See, even function can also be written in terms of set, that is roster form. Say we can write like this also. F is, say we can write ordered pair. Say 1 is going to 0, then 2 is also going to 0, 3 is going to 1, then 4 is going to 1. Now, is it a function? Whenever you have difficulty in deciding this, the best thing is first you draw the ray diagram so that it is easy to visualize. So this is A, this is B. Just show arrow mark, then you write here F. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 elements in the domain. Then here 0 and 1. So 1 is going to 0. So just show by arrow mark. Then 2 is also going to 0. Then 3 to 1, 4 to 1. Now ask yourself, every element of A is related to some element. First condition is satisfied. Second, every element is related to one and only one element. That is also correct. Therefore, definitely this is a function. This is a function. So we write, and another way of writing is, we can also write like this, f of 1 equal to 0. This is another way of writing. Normally we don't use this one. Even if you use this, it is okay, it is not wrong. But normal procedure is we write like this. F of 1 is 0 means 1 is going to 0. Then f of 2, this is also 0. Then f of 3, this is 1. And f of 4, this is 1. So this is how we write the function. So this much is sufficient now to understand what is the meaning of the function. Remember, I am summing up once again. It is a relation. Function is a relation. It's a special type of relation which is restricted by 2 conditions. First one is every element of the first set should be related. First condition. Second condition is every element should go to one and only one element. So this is the second condition. Now, next question is this. There are certain terms associated with this. For example, in relation we have seen domain, codomain and range. Similarly, here we are using some terms. Therefore, let us take first terms associated with function. Let us take, say, A equal to, say, x, y, z, and B equal to, say, A, B, C, D. Let us say f is a function, so I have to use like this. F is a function from A to B defined by, say, f of x, this is going to A, related to A, f of y, this is B, and f of z, this is C. There are only 3 elements. Now first you have to check whether it is a function. Just because I have written like this, I can't say that it is a function. After all, it is a notation. X is going to A. Then y, z, only 3 elements are there. X, y, z, all are going to the related to some element. So definitely first condition is satisfied. Second one is every element should go to only one element. That is also satisfied. See, x is going to A only, no other element. So if you want, you can also draw the diagram. Say like this. This is A. Say x, then y, then z. Then here, say B. A, B, C, D. So x is going to A, y is going to B. So then z is going to C. Here we should write one arrow mark, then f here. So this is the symbol, ray diagram for the function. Here, this A is called the domain. The entire set A, this is called domain. Now, try to compare. In case of relation, domain is a subset of the first element set, because all elements need not be related. So here it is not the relation, because definition itself says every element should be related. So the domain is A. So this is the name. So A is called domain. So you can say this way, if f is a function from A to B, the first set is called the domain of the function. Then here these elements x, y, z are called pre-images. Image. So x is a pre-image, y is a pre-image, z is a pre-image. Or in other words, Domain is the set of pre-images. And remember, every element should be a pre-image because there is no exception. Then this A, B, C, so all these are pre-images. And here A is called image, image of F, image of X. B is the image of Y. C is the image of Z. So all these things are images. So this is another thing. Now, but this D is left out. This is not image. So only A, B, C are images. So then second concept is range. Range here means all the images if you take, that is range. That means this is range. So what is range? This is set of images. And normally image range is a subset of codomain. B is codomain. Of course, B here is codomain. So in most of the cases, whenever some elements are left out, so this is the range. So range is the subset of codomain in case of function. So these are the 5 terms you have to remember. One is domain, second one is codomain, third one is range, fourth one is pre-image, last one is image. So these are the things. And sometimes a sentence can be given like this: range is the set of images, correct? Then domain is the set of pre-images, correct? And codomain is the superset and range is the subset, correct? Sometimes range becomes the codomain when all the elements here are images. That means every element is having a pre-image here. That is then what happens is range and codomain become one and the same. So these are the concepts which you have to remember. Definition, which contains 2 conditions: every and unique. Only one and only one. That is one thing. Second, representation of the function f from a to b is a function, you have to say. Then we can also write like this. We can also write order using ordered pair. And ray diagram or diagrammatic representation is like this. And 5 terms associated with function. So these are the basics of function. Now let us take a few examples. Few examples of functions. Say a equal to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then b equal to, let us say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. up to say 30. And then f is a function from a to b defined by say f of x equal to x square plus 1. So this is the rule of the function. F of x is defined and x belonging to a. Now we can write this one in terms of in a roster form. What is the roster form now? I have to find now f of 1. This is 1 square plus 1. This is 2. And f of 2. This is 2 square plus 1. This is 5. And f of 3. This is 3 square plus 1, 10. Then f of 4. 4 square plus 1. This is 17. And f of 5. 5 square plus 1. This is 26. So this is, so I can also write like this: f equal to, in terms of ordered pair we can write 1 is going to 2. So I can write this as 1, 2. Then 2 is going to 5. Then 3 is going to 10. Then 4 is going to 17. And 5 is going to 26. So this, if I write like this, it is roster form. This way also you can write. And this is rule, f of x equal to x square plus 1. Same function can also be represented using the ray diagram here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, I can't write all the elements, say 30 dash dash dash. Here A, B. Then of course, particular element we can represent. 1 is going to 2, this one. 2 is going to 5. Then 3 is going to 10, I will write here 10. So 3 is going to 10. 4 is going to 17, I will write 17 also. 5 is going to 26, 26. Then here you can also ask what is the domain of the function. Domain of the function is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they are also pre-images. Then of course I should represent this by F. Then what is the codomain? Codomain is B. What is the range? See, range here is I have to write only the images. 1 is 2, this is image. Then next one is 5, that means second element I have to write 2, then 5, then 10, then 17, and then 26. So these are the elements, images, which is range. So range here is a subset of codomain. So this is the function. Example. And a function can also have domain which is infinite set. Infinite set. For example, suppose I take h is a function from n to n defined by say h of x equal to 2x, x belonging to n. So it is a function. Is it a function? Yes, it is a function, because see here what happens, whenever you have difficulty, what you can do is, see, you can always use ray diagram. So n, and here also n. So this is h. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. So 1 is going to 2, because h of 1 is 2 into 1, 2. H of 2 is 4. H of 3 is 6. H of 4 is 8. Like this it continues. That means every number goes to its 2 times. That means even number. So here, see, the domain is n. Codomain is also n. Range is only this one. Range will be equal to 2, then 4, then 6, etc. All even integers. That is the range. Range is a subset of n here. So this is how we can find the given function. Normally function is defined by this one. H is a function from A to B defined by. That's the way a function is given. So this is the first thing. So let me sum up now. Function is a special type of relation having two conditions: every element and only one element, unique. So this is the thing. Then 5 terms you have to remember: pre-image, image, domain, codomain, and range. Then the representation of function as before, it can be rule method, set builder method, it can be roster also, then it can be ray diagram also. Any one you can use. So these are the things which you have to understand for following the function. So that is what we have to understand in the beginning. Now we have to proceed further. There are different types of functions actually. So one is called real valued function. Real valued function. So what do you mean by real valued function? Let me take, say A is a set, say x, y, z, and B is a set which contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now suppose I define the function like this. F is a function from A to B defined by f of x is going to 1 and f of y is going to 2, f of z is going to 3. This is called real valued function because B is the subset of real numbers. Therefore, a real valued function means actually any function f from A to B is called real valued function if the codomain is either set of reals or subset of reals. That is the meaning of real valued function. For example, another say example can be like this. You take set of students of a class. So this is not real number. This is set of students. people. Suppose B is say 1, 2, 3, etc. say up to 50, or even you can take B equal to n only. That's also okay. N. Now, suppose you define f of a student x equal to roll number, then definitely every student, of course, it may be say number may be as a list of the students may be in alphabetical order, name of the student starting with A. So x is the name of the student. He is having a roll number. So remember, x is not real. It is an individual. It's a person. But roll number is a number, real number. So once again, this is a real valued function. So that's the meaning of real valued function. There is one more concept which is called real function. What do you mean by real function? So not real valued, but real function. So real function means, suppose you have a function from A to B, where A is also subset of real, B is also subset of real. That is, A is subset of R and B is also subset of R. That is called real function. Real function. So this is the difference. So real valued function and real function. So these are the two important concepts. So let me now give some examples of real valued function, and of course real valued function I have already given. Real function. So what is the only difference? Real function means both domain and codomain are either set of reals or subset of reals. For example, I can take f is a function from n to n defined by say f of x equal to say x plus 2. So this is a real function. It is real valued as well as real. Therefore, real function. Similarly, suppose you take f from R to R, say defined by f of x equal to say x square. So this is a real function once again. Domain is set of reals, codomain is also set of reals, so real function. So this is the distinction. And another thing is, in this chapter we are going to study different types of real functions. So that is the next one which we are going to study. So now let me conclude what we have done, because this is the first time you are coming across the concept of function. First one is, function is a special type of relation, satisfying two conditions. One is, it is a relation from A to B denoted by f. First one is that every element x belonging to A should be related to some element of B. Second condition is, this relation should be unique. Unique means what? One and only one element of B, it should be related. So this is the heart of function actually, these two conditions. Then the next one is, we defined actually 5 terms: pre-image, image, then domain, codomain and range. And diagrammatically we can represent like this. This is the first set A, this is set B, then this is F. Suppose these are the element and these are the images, say like this, then this is the range, this is the domain, pre-images, images, this is left out, and range, this R is subset of B. So this you have to remember. Then I have just mentioned one type of function, real valued function, where the domain can be anything, but codomain is set of reals or subset of reals. Then real function means both domain and codomain should be subset of reals or it may be reals. So this is what we have studied today. Please revise these things. If you have subscribed my channel, it is good. If not, please subscribe and share with your friends. In the next class, let us study different types of functions. There are many interesting functions, and the study of, as I told you already, study of these functions are very important in understanding the concepts in our future study of mathematics. For example, I told you trigonometric functions, then limits, derivatives. So many chapters are there this year where this concept of function plays very important role. So please revise and attend the next class. Let us study further about the types of functions. Till then, bye, take care.